Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pets. What did we play last time? We played free to play, put me on pay to win. It's just that easy. I feel like we've been grooving lately. Just kind of makes you want to croon it. I mean, does anybody do it faster? Be a gushing eggplant, I guess. Milky eggplant, milky seed, lots of great names. It's a blessed day. I'm telling you, nobody analyzes shops faster than me en route to a round 1 loss. But that's okay because we're set up nicely for round 2. It looks something like this. It looks something like this. It looks something like... Feed me. I normally wouldn't do this. Obviously, you still get the buff. But by feeding you, you'll come out a little stronger next round, and we might have the cash to buy food to get double buffs as well. I don't normally like to buff the beetle, because I feel like even if it has a better effect as a unit, it tends not to stick around as long as a ladybug, just because the ladybug, while you're buffing other stuff, it's like, me too, me too. The beetle is just like, I'm just sitting here. That being said, I think you can run a sheep early. But if the choice, you have to evaluate versus our counterfactuals. If the choice is like swapping something out or like combining these for a sheep, or it's buying a food, I'm a simple man. We buy the food, we get the value of the food, and we also get the value of the double buff. Now that's only 2/2 technically, spread across 2 units, but that's fairly sizable in the modern economy, in the current ecosystem. We're still gonna lose, but only because their team was better in just about every conceivable way. For now, the mosquito moves to be the first one to be yeeted from the team. A food would be fine. I would add a food to the squad. Dromedary's good too, don't get me wrong, but I would add a food to the team. If the fish is going to stick around, let's give it a little meat to expedite that process. We'll go up to a level 2 ladybug next, which will give us access to tier 4s. That's where the real game can get started. We got things like garlic. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing here with the hedgehog. Listen, I know you might watch my videos and assume that the hedgehog is an easy path to having fun. It's very extreme, okay? It's like a Johnny Knoxville TV show I can't say because the video will get demonetized because it has the A word in it, okay? Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. You don't want to know the injuries I've suffered running hedgehog builds, psychic and otherwise. I would absolutely add a microbe to the team. We have a problem. It overrides our equipment. However, I love that about it. I think that we'll just create one freaking huge ladybug. We don't need garlic. We don't need any equipment, really. I will take another level, and we'll probably look to... You know what? We've never had a level 3 ladybug win. It's a little early to start setting our sights on that, given that we're at, 2 wins, 7 HP. But stranger things have happened. We need... what this squad needs, I'm not sweating it right there. What this squad needs, without a doubt, is a turtle. Sans turtle. The world is a little bit more complicated than I'd like it to be. I hate to say it, but we can't really sell anything to fit a hedgehog. I'm not going to sell that, or to fit a snail, I should say. I'm not going to sell the hatching chick. We need, without the turtle, this squad is in a dangerous spot. Overriding your melon, well, overriding your garlic at least will be pretty sweet. Units that spawn units are really strong when you're a microbe or you're going against microbes, so they got me there. We might want to start doing a little pivot here, like selling you, adding a rooster... because you spawn another unit. We want our end goal, like at some point, we want to get this microbe to the front of the line. Which means we got to sell the fish. Or move it back. Pear is always nice, but we really want to see a turtle. No turtle? No turtle. I give you one of these because we get another buff. It's going to be touch and go for a little while here. We might lose. It happens all the time. But I'm placing a bet. I hate to see this ox, obviously. I'm placing a bet. I hate to see the turtle too, just for the record. And the bet is that we're going to get a turtle. And the turtle is going to allow us to get where we need to go. There it is. Okay, you got to be careful here. In theory, we don't need the stats as much if we have a turtle here. And I'm just looking... I would rather... you got more attack that might come in handy. Sure, I don't mind this. I feel much more confident now, but a level 2 rooster would hit the spot. Now I feel a little less confident because they now have a they have an eagle themselves, which has killed me. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not saying it was all luck's fault that we lost. Like, we committed to a bit of a... I mean, the microbe is like a strong team, but it doesn't always work out, you know? You will be folded pants. Now I've come back to Earth. I don't have as much hubris as I used to have. And that's okay. That's a natural part of growing up. Anyone else, when you say, well, this is growing up, you hear Blink-182 in your head. But then right after that, in my head it goes, well, I guess this is growing in the summer of '69. It's like, for some reason, those two songs have fused in my head. I don't know if I had like a bicycle accident listening to my cycle radio as a child or something like that, and then they just ended up being fused. I couldn't tell you. What I do know is I like this. I think you can add a 3-5. I think it's a little late for the bird to show up. You know what? We can build a pseudo hurt synergy. It doesn't mean we're taking a hedgehog. If one showed up now, we would take one, but that's just because I genuinely think it's either the best or the second best. Well, that's just painful. Never mind, we win. I think the hedgehog is the best or the second best tier 2 unit. Like, tier 2 units tend to be, in my estimation, yeah, we didn't have to do... I guess it's fine. You know what? I guess that's fine. I'm okay freezing the whole shop here. I just have to think... I guess we should have unfrozen a mosquito to sell it. This is gonna be a nasty round. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it? Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Or is it? We win these. Look at the crickets making the difference, man. Sell me. Unfreeze me. We might as well get you to take the buff. It's an interesting run so far. I would totally fit a deer into the squad over a blowfish. No disrespect to the blowfish. The next unit to go is probably our fish, but we want our peacock to have garlic. The deer is also somewhat, what's the word I'm looking for? It's disposable. It might be a temporary player, like Tyler Toffoli on the Bubble Canucks, or it might be a permanent player, like JT Miller has been up to this point, but I know the trade deadline's coming up. It is what it is. I'm not an armchair general manager. I just watch the sport for entertainment. That's all I got to say on that. We're not sure yet whether or not you're a rental, I guess is what I'm trying to say. None of these matter. This matters. Marshall Mathers. Useless. Still useless. Okay. I mean, a 2-2 deer doesn't do anything, but every stat point on the peacock matters. I don't think, and I think I said this before, I just can't remember whether it was on Twitch or on YouTube. I don't think you can build around the peacock, although I think I have seen it done. But I think the peacock can be like your third line center. 3? Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 1, 4. This is a great poodle opportunity. 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. The poodle will buff itself. It's fine by me that they're buffing the caterpillar. Like, why not buff the caterpillar, to be honest? I will, as much as I love the deer, this could be, especially with 9 HP, a great time to fit a rooster into the squad. That would not be as good right out of the gate, but could certainly be very useful over time. The whole squad's still getting buffed. I mean, it inherits buffs better than, wow, what a strong freaking, what a crab army you got here. What a name, too. Even had crab in the name. So we don't really want you to level up. As bizarre as that is, I'm content to let nature take its course while we do our buffing here. It's not worth the gold we would spend. We got to deploy that gold more effectively. Not good. Very good. Not good. Also really bad, but at least, you know, we can. We're probably, I mean, the peacock is not scaling the squad as fast as ideally we would like it. And not even in like a meme sense. Like obviously ideally you'd like to scale the squad, you know, 12-12 per turn or something like that. But like it's not doing enough to get us there. So we need a little bit more juice. This is not juice. You are a tier 5, so are you. I think we have to stick with at least the buffing that we have so far. I think we got to do this. I think we got to do this. The Rooster is our best scaling unit, without a doubt. The Peacock getting another level, like, I'm starting to think that we're pulling ourselves back in here, but losing a lot early, it really puts a damper on things. Having Garlic, though, really doesn't put a damper on things. Although now I see that you've gotten the most insane spider luck I've ever seen in my entire life, and we will lose as a result of that. I'm not mad. I know there's not an infinite number of tier 3 units out there for the spider to spawn. It just, and I'm not even, will be a clumsy cake, by the way. Let's take it back to a more rated G level, because I think we kind of got out over our skis a little bit over the last couple of rounds. This is more like it, thank you. And I'm okay with 2 3s, honestly. Let's just see what we got back here. Another fish. You know what? I'm banking on getting one next level. It just seems like the enemy spiders have a tendency to spit out a sheep or a turtle, whereas my spiders have a tendency to spit out a 2-2 ox that doesn't have melon armor, or alternatively, you know, like a 2-2 snail or a 2-2 giraffe that serves no purpose, and you know, you get the idea. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, NL, that's implausible. That can't be the case. No, it could be the case because I don't buy spiders. So that could be the difference maker there. So if you're gonna stick for a minute, or you know what, the dromedary is probably more likely to stick. What if we be the change we want to see in the world? But this just makes no sense. Why would? Oh, because we can't do it this turn. Okay. I'm just looking. Because I would like you to get the HP, but are you going to stick or are you going to stick? You're probably going to stick because we're going to buy food most rounds anyway. So why don't we buff our dromedary, then you take the buff anyway. We don't need to give you a buff for something that's going to get sold. I would rather have a 4-4 mosquito that's 1 away from leveling up than a 3-4 beetle that's 2 away from leveling up. Even into the late game. Beetle's not going to do too much against melon armor. Okay, I thought we puzzled that one out okay. I don't think you need a stray cat, but we're kind of in we're in an interesting position where I think you could certainly do worse. I'm trying not to. You know, for now, I'll freeze one of these because I don't know how much longer a fish is going to stick, man. We may or may not end up buying one. But I like the stats on this team right now. The dromedary is always just, it's a strange one because you don't know how you're going to pivot off of it, right? Until you get there, you don't know if it's going to be your angel or your devil. But it's doing fine right now. It's a tough one. I do like a tropical fish. It is a 3-5. It's kind of hard to argue that it wouldn't be better to sell our 4-5 and then get a 3-5 that actually gives you some buffing every turn. And then, I don't know if we want to take you to level 2, but we're going to look, okay? Now that is interesting. That's very interesting. A turtle is so outrageously good. I know I just spent 3 gold on you. I'm going to go sicko turtle mode. Sorry, I tried to buy a pig accidentally. That was not sensible. And we're just going to set it up like this for now. We may pill the turtle, but keep in mind that just having a turtle means that in a minute we could go microbe. And I think you might think that the microbe sucks because it sucked for us that one time. It's not the case, okay? I'm telling you. Why don't you eat something? I don't think we need garlic anymore. We have an almost level 3 turtle. That sucks. That might be something we have to do. I would sell the mosquito first. I do it with a heavy heart, but I would sell the mosquito first, and then I would totally, like, I got nothing against this team right here. Probably, you know what? I think the dromedary might be the most likely to stick around here. Let's give that dromedary some juice. So not losing this round would be... Oh, right. Now I'm hitting a tropical fish with that beautiful buff. That's all right. It's only going to make all the difference. That's okay. My mistake on this one. Got our priorities a little mixed up. Now, hear me out. Very good. We should probably do like this. And I think we'll freeze you as a just in case. I would definitely love to have a microbe. I don't know if we're there yet, now that I think. You know what? For now... I'm not having the best day of Super Auto Pets. Outside of Super Auto Pets, you know, I woke up early, had a good Peloton ride, had a nice time at activity gym with my daughter, came into this thing, hey there, Dad, hello, hi. I thought I was gonna blow it out of the park today, but instead I'm getting blown out of the park. I love a buffalo. I for real think it's too late. We almost, like, have put ourselves in a situation where the only thing that matters is getting a microbe. And I think that's probably not great. I like a scorpion, but I feel like it's come down the power rankings a little lately. I know there was a stray cat there. I think the cat's doing what it needs to do right now. Hey, yo, what the cat doing? You know what I mean? Not a problem. I think there's some sneaky little game sense. Oh, wait, we lose to Honey Badger. Okay, what else is new? There's some sneaky little game sense to keeping a scaling unit around to counter snipe teams. But why would I want to counter snipe teams? They're fun to lose to. All right, we gotta bring some. Be a rude foot. We gotta bring some integrity. We gotta bring some confidence back to the squad here. Now this is unique. I gotta admit, you got me on that one. But unique indeed. Okay, okay. Honestly, I don't care if we lose this round. So focus on the future. Like, there's rounds you care about losing. Going from 8 to 9 HP, or 9 to 8 HP doesn't matter. Like, you're pretty much... I'm not playing the tape forward as far as I could, but, you know, that doesn't take you out of 3 turns to lethal range. Now, this is a round we would prefer not to lose. So I'm actually going in. I'm going like, yes. I'm going yes. Because I definitely... pardon me. I definitely... Yes. Do not want to go down to 6 HP if I can avoid it. If I can't avoid it, then that's... It is what it is, right? This is how a lot of these squads go down. This is beautiful. Nice draw. It's how a lot of these squads go down when you don't have any strong units at the front. But I think it does benefit us as we move closer to the end. So I think we like this. Soak up all the buffs on 2 units that it's most helpful on. Roll me. Yes. Actually... If the bird is going to stick around longer than the beetle, why don't you just take some meats right now? And then we'll obviously level you up next turn. That'll give us access to tier 4s. We'll get a microbe. We'll get a turtle. We're going to be a happy family here. Everything's going to be fine. Now we're talking. Look at this. This was the person who's galaxy brained me like round 1. They should be already at 10 wins by now. This is outrageously big. By me. Without being like a hater, I think we just actually got to 10 wins. And I know how that sounds, but I genuinely like stand by and believe it. So I want you guys to take the buff. This might seem a little bit controversial. I'm actually going to give you, I mean, I want the buffalo buff, but I'm going to give the bird the hatching chick buff because I don't want the bird to be... I don't want the bird to inherit HP. or sorry, the hatching chick bird to inherit HP, and I don't want the hatching chick to inherit attack. So I think this was the easiest way to set that up. We won easily. I'm feeling vindicated. You probably doubted me. I feel like a genius now. Okay, we're gonna do one of these. We're gonna continue to do sell me, buy me's. Just because, you know, that this is the engine that keeps the run moving forward. We'll add a mosquito to the squad because we can. Losing the hatching chick sucks, but we picked up way more stats on the buffalo as a result. I'm feeling okay. Anytime I see a parrot, I'm like, I just want to go off, man. We haven't even our buffalo is in the back to tank, but like live right now. Okay, here's the thing, all right? I think now I would rather have 1 HP coming out than 2 attack per turn. I know that sounds crazy, but I stand by it. I think it's time for... Obviously, you're going to go, but we need more space. A caterpillar is going to exist on the team now. Let's buy some garlic as well. Any buy me, sell me's in the chat? Not any buy me, sell me's, but you know what there is? There's a little buy me. So now, the caterpillar is the second buffalo that we don't have to do any work on. All we need to do is keep the bunny spot open. And I'm loving life. I mean, this team has been very effective. I honestly don't want to even publish this video because I think that the buffalo is like... I'm not going to say I'm the only buffalo respecter out there. But I feel like anytime you get it on a level up, it's almost a guaranteed 10 wins. With that in mind, please don't take it away from me. I love it. I want to see more of it, please. I know you don't have to have the empty space now that I think about it, because okay, we didn't need to sell as much as we were selling, but it's fine. We're winning easily because the buffalo is like, it's overpowered. Look at this, so sad. You're still running like parrot horse, a cricket with a bee on it. I mean, it's just, I don't want to be rude, but like, if you want to make me mad, at least throw like a turkey in there or something. That's not enough yet. You haven't even upset me. Okay, now, we don't have to sell the tropical fish. Let's keep that in mind. But I'm going to, because we now have a space for a buy-sell advantage. Totally fine. Doesn't appeal to me. Appeals to me. Very nice as well. Okay, everything's fine. We only freeze a snail here just because we're going to be selling the beaver anyway. It's so, like, again, I'm not, you have to acknowledge that, like, it's okay for me to be toxic because I got dummied for the first 20 minutes of this video. Obviously, that's not how it works, but we're just having a little fun. Sue me. But you can't roll a 6-3 parrot as a hippo. Like, that's just... It's too optimistic to be realistic, you know? For the time being, you're already 30-32. You're going to pop soon. Why don't we add an octopus? Just because an octopus that pops is very funny. Like, I would rather sell you to get some space to buy something that would be a little bit more fun. You're only at 12-13, and pretty soon we're going to have another 32-33 on the squad. Our rooster is doing great work in and of itself. Like, I'm not worried about that. And the octopus is just no slouch in the stat department either. Okay. An eagle is fun too. Like, I'm a believer that, like, I'm gonna give you one of these. I feel like we should sell you though. Maybe not for an eagle, but for like, you know what? I'm making the space, okay? Sell a 13-14. Add you to the team. Sell ya. Don't mind. Do a quick buy. Do a quick sell. Add a bat to the team. Think about putting a buffalo on next time. This round is going to hurt a little bit more. If there's like a scorpion at the front, we don't have any barrier units to... Okay, we're going to lose to the ox, I think. No, the rest of their team is not very good. Okay, saved. I'm going to insult a honey badger team. I use them all the time, but a honey badger is like, you know... It's not the most... honorable way to get a win. Usually you win against teams that are equally strong. So, you know, if you want to debate the merits of that, that's fine. I'm just saying. It's a scumbag move. When I use it, I call myself a scumbag. Don't be mad. I love this for me. This feels fine. I'm realizing, right, I'm not sweating it too much. Great stuff. I don't think, though, that our octopus is really going to pop, and that's a sad story. But you take one of those. Level 2 at least. That's a nice little stat bonus. Why not? Just take a slice, man. That 3/3 Scorpion's going to go the distance for sure. Now, this is a good round. Technically, if we were struggling, we would be more eager to, like, look for a turtle or something like that to bolster the potential strength of our butterfly. This team, by the way, would destroy me if they had a fly. Thankfully, they didn't. That was good. I feel better now. I don't feel as angry now that we've added a squad, a very competent squad to the Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!